Good morning.
Good afternoon and good evening, wherever you are on our amazing planet. He wasn't going to say good evening, so I did.
That's right.
I'll be
We're a
happy
team.
when.
We're a team.
Yes, we are a team. I'm Ariel, by the way.
And I'm Team Shya.
Welcome to being here.
Yes.
Today's episode, I will be happy when. ... You know, you fill in the blank. When I lose weight. When I go
on vacation.
When I get a boyfriend. When I get a girlfriend. When I have a baby.
When I get married.
When
I
my
get
baby
divorced.
sleeps through the night. Yeah, whatever. So today.
Hey, you know, you can't buy happiness.
But you can have it creep up on you.
Yes, you can be happy.
All it takes is being here.
That's right. Being here.
Being here happens in this way by listening.
In this
what do you call it? Not
format.
Format. Good word.
Via listening. And listening is a skill set that you can develop and get better at. And listening involves hearing what is being said from the point of view of the person speaking without you interrupting in your thoughts, without you thinking about it, agreeing with it, disagreeing with it, coming up with better ideas, saying it better than they could have, all that. Not saying that you won't do those things because you're in the habit of doing those things. See, you're in the habit of not listening. Listening requires leaving what's being said alone and just hearing it and not commenting about your infinite wisdom about it. Did you like that? Infinite wisdom?
Infinite wisdom, I did. Infinite goes on forever into infinity.
Right.
We had a great conversation with Naz last week when she was discovering how she wasn't listening to her sister. Noticing is enough. If you notice that your thoughts go off today to think about something we've said, or maybe something that's totally irrelevant to what you're listening to here, the moment you notice it, you're already back. So just direct your attention
to bringing yourself back to the current moment.
Let's take our first guest.
Okay.
All right.
Anina. Where are you calling in from, honey?
Welcome to
Hello, my friends. I'm calling from Thun, Switzerland.
Hey.
I felt that when you said hello, my friends. I thank you for being
including
our
us as your friends.
Like it.
Yes, you truly are.
Mm.
You are. Yeah.
What can we do for you today, my dear?
I don't have a question per se, but last weekend the biggest project I have ever done in my life so far came to an end or culminated. And while I was preparing before that thought of I'll be happy when this works out as I plan, or this is all over and I'm still happy with how it did, kept creeping up on me. And
yes.
And thanks to what I learned from the two of you in the past about being here and being in the moment so that happiness can creep up on me. I love that expression before. Kept me sane in all that work and in all those moving parts. But I could see the potential for oops.
Your cat is joining us.
My cat just jumped up on the
keyboard.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, well, she didn't disconnect you, so we're good.
Yeah. That's what I noticed. That's what I noticed in that project.
That you had the idea you'd be happier when it was all done and went to a great conclusion. By the way, happiness can sneak up on you. It can burst forth. It can spontaneously doesn't have to be sneaky. It's just one of the ways it has. Like when you said my friends, and I was here to experience the genuine nature of that comment, Anina. I experienced happiness, well-being, not because you said it, but I'm here to hear it, to experience it. It's quite lovely. I have a question. So the project is now done?
Yes, most of it is done. It included a competition, so people had to fill in questions and to palpate, so feel with their fingers and find out what's hidden in the little containers I had prepared.
Aha.
Yeah, yeah, it's
I got a sense of what you're talking about
yeah,
now.
palpation is done. Medical.
Touch.
It's the medical term, yes.
Yeah, to touch and find out what it is by touching without seeing.
Mm.
Yes, with your fingertips, they tell
Yes.
you.
Yes, yes. Information by touch. And I'm not quite done with handing out the prizes and then also handling the information I got on the competition sheets. You know, I ask questions to get information from the people who came to our stand or who did the competition, what they think about our special way of physical therapy. And this will take a little bit of more work, but the actual presenting and being there is over. Yeah.
No, what you're describing is a healthy business. That as soon as you complete one aspect of your business, there's always the next thing to do, whether it's to input the names of all the people who competed, so they're now on your mailing list if that was part of the deal, whether it's to go through and actually bestow the prizes. And then once that's done, there's the clients that come, or there's the dusting in the office, or there's always something else. So you can put off being happy until you complete everything on your list, or you can experience what it is to be here.
Yes.
Which I imagine when you had something in a container that you realized they could feel that with their fingers, I bet you there were some things that you came up with and went, oh, this is going to be a great one.
Yes, yes. I only had 3 things. So one was pasta elbows, and one was dry needling needles or acupuncture needles, wrapped ones, of course. And the third thing was the little candles some people put on the Christmas tree.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mm.
It was actually so, I just feel a rush of happiness when I think back to being with the people who were there, touching the things and trying to find out. And these interactions were so intimate in a way. Yeah.
Mm.
Yes. Well, intimacy happens in the moment.
Yes.
When you're there for it, when you're thinking about being intimate, you're a step removed from intimacy.
Yes.
Intimacy is feeling, not thinking about.
The other thing is, it's highly likely you didn't care whether or not they got the answer correct. It was the experience of watching them touch and seeing their faces as they were navigating. What is this?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, and it was also so lovely to experience how they got into the moment, how they forgot everything else but being in their hands and touching the things.
That's very cool.
Oh yeah, it is so perfect, Anina, that you're talking about this. I know you do physical therapy. You're in Switzerland, but coming up this weekend in New York City, we're doing the Freedom to Breathe and Art of Being a Healer course, both of which I know you've both aspects you've participated in. And it's so wonderful just to be in the experience of watching a person take a single breath and let it go, or also being in the experience of feeling your breath as it goes in and out. And then, of course, the Shya work portion where you get to hands-on touch and see what you feel and sense and how it is to be with another. It's quite exquisite.
Yes, yes, it is. I learned so much also in my body work from the two of you with that part of being here. So that being in my fingertips.
Mm.
And when this happens, then I don't have to think what I want to do with or on my patient's body, but it just happens. It's like as if I would download it directly into my fingers.
Mm.
Yes.
You know, it's interesting, as Anina's talking, I can imagine that some of our listeners are now shifting I will be happy when to I'll be happy when I have the opportunity to feel through my fingers. I mean, you could hear Anina allow the inspiration to happen,
And that's enough.
and it's enough. And at some point, you likely will feel through your fingers because you brought your awareness to that as a possibility, but you don't need to plan for it. Just saying. Thank you so much for being with us
Yes,
today, Anina.
thank you, Anina.
What a
Thank
treat. Mm.
Thank you.
It's that time.
The time for what?
Our listener feedback spotlight.
What is that?
Well, I'm so proud of the people who listen to this show. And now we get to hear from one or more of them about what's happening in their lives with transformation by listening to this podcast and
what they've discovered about life, what they've discovered about their lives, that they are experiencing fun in their lives.
and that they want to share it with you.
Yeah.
This is Lindsay in Winnipeg, Canada, and I've been attending the Kane seminars for about 2 years. And these seminars are the best way to discover who you are. You can show up, there's no judgment. You can share as much or as little, and it's the best way to just discover and unveil your true self. And I invite anyone who wants to discover these new possibilities to sign up for a seminar and join us.
Do you want to have well-being with consistency? Connect with people all over the world from the comfort of your own home at Ariel and Shya's lively interactive Living Made Easy virtual seminars. Join any of their 2-hour online events or take a deep dive into the magic of being you at a virtual weekend seminar. Come on, let's connect. Find out more and register at transformationmadeeasy.com.
We have several Living Made Easy 2-hour virtual seminars coming up in the next week, starting on Wednesday afternoon Eastern Time, evening European Time, Wednesday the 10th. Then we have Saturday, the 13th, and also Monday the 15th. So there are 3 bites of the apple coming up. And if you happen to be listening to this episode in the archives, you'll just go to our website, transformationmadeeasy.com, and go for the Living Made Easy seminars. You can see what's upcoming in the time frame you're listening to that. As we mentioned, the Freedom to Breathe and Art of Being a Healer is this weekend in New York City Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday, and there's room for you if you'd like to attend.
It's in person. Then we got New Beginnings, which is a virtual seminar, January 10th and 11th. And either one of those weekends will fulfill the prerequisite for Costa Rica 2026 if you choose to or wish to join us there.
You know, we had people in previous years who found us around about this time of year who attended a seminar so they could come to Costa Rica, and they did both, and it was quite wonderful for all of us. So if that's you, you're invited. Let's take our next guest.
Okay, Eric.
Welcome to being here.
Yes.
Hi, this is Eric. I am zooming in from Brooklyn, New York. I'm fine, but I recently had a little physical strange thing happen. And I was doing fine, and then suddenly my heart was beating very fast and out of control. And I was lucky that I had medication for this from something that happened like a year and a half before. I took it, it helped, and then I called my doctor and we discussed it, and I'm on a very low level of something now until it peters off. But the reason I bring this up is that I saw this as I have somehow failed. I can't really explain it other than when I was thinking about I'll be happy, it's like I'll be happy when I handle this physical thing, or when I no longer am subject to things like this, which seems kind of ridiculous.
Eric, I think you just have a problem, and that problem is your intelligence.
Okay. I'm not, I want to hear more.
A person of a lower IQ would just notice that they had a heart palpitation, they'd probably go to the doctor. You figure out all the reasons why you have this heart palpitation.
And then you can shoot up to the future when I no longer have to take this medicine and everything's fine, and maybe it's my weight and I should exercise more. And then, well, that's back. What did I do? And now what am I going to do? And blah, 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 blah.
How's that?
That sounds very similar to what happens in my head. Only
although I imagine lower, lower register. Yeah. You don't sound like a chipmunk? No.
Not in my head.
No.
Yeah, and you know, what's interesting is after it was all said and done, I was very happy. And since then, I've been happy just because I'm okay. The simple act of being okay seems to be enough most of the time. But it was a good reminder that, you know, things happen. And not to be maudlin or like, oh, crap, today's the day or whatever. But I've been enjoying things and taking things a little slower too. I've often heard you both say to people, including myself, slow down just 5%, 10%. And I notice when I'm putting things away, if I'm being a little careless, if something gets knocked over, I'm rushing. I'm a little ahead of myself. Mm-hmm. And I'm finding that it's not causing a problem if I slow down. I don't know what I think I need to rush for. I can't be alone in this too. It's just part of why I'm sharing it. Because I'm sure people have this feeling that I got to get this done so I can do the next thing.
It's not, I got to get this done so I can get on to being happy. Well, it might be if you have the idea that completing something will bring happiness. It's been interesting. Some time ago, we had a number of trees, like 10, 11, 12 trees taken down in our yard. And the ones that were good for firewood, the company cut up into firewood lengths and then left the full trees on the property for Shya to bring the wood splitter over, split them up. Then they go into the woodshed. And I can see in him the draw to do it. And like when we were getting ready to go to Hamburg, and it was the day we're going to Hamburg, he could look out and see all of this waiting, but it wasn't an appropriate time. And I have been watching the contentment in him in doing the pieces he can do today and then letting it go. Like, it's not, I'll be happy when it's all done.
It's going to take a long time to be all done.
So
I
if he
mean,
wants to wait till next year,
Sometime next year, maybe if I had full days to work and I was energetic enough to work a full day.
we're talking thousands of pounds of tree.
Thousands and
Wow.
thousands of pounds of trees.
But I have to say, he's getting quite buff from lifting and you know, splitting and putting it away, and it's all quite lovely.
Yeah,
I can see he's got good shoulders there.
Yeah,
that's
he
right.
does have good shoulders.
Yes. Well, I see that in, I'm sorry.
Now, I just have one other thought. I don't think it occurs to people, or it doesn't, people don't allow themselves to be happy to discover that the way they're going about their life might cause their hearts to race. So the moment your heart is racing, automatically, of course, you're like, oh no, something's wrong. And I get that. Yes, this is not working optimally or the way it should be, but it is working optimally and the way it should be,
Given
the circumstances and the way you're living. So it's like, okay.
See, and here's the thing. Happiness is not a goal that can be achieved.
Unless you're American, and you have the right for the pursuit of happiness, even
But
though
that doesn't mean that you are happy. See, happiness is not circumstantially determined. It's when you allow yourself to be where you are. Sans complaint about where you are. That's sans without
Yes.
complaint. Oh, I know you'd understand that, but for other listeners, the sans might not be
sound like the sands of time, as
Right,
opposed to
right.
without.
Yes. So, see, happiness shows up when you show up in your current moment. And if you think the circumstances determine your level of happiness, then you'll never be happy, because you can never get the circumstances to produce happiness. And you can't buy happiness. There isn't enough money or wealth to have you be happy if you're not happy.
No, sorry.
I'm not saying that wealth doesn't make things easier, but then again, it also makes things more complex.
Yes, I'll just say there was a birthday recently, and in previous birthdays, there were things I got that were expensive and I thought would make me happy. Some of them are still around and I enjoy them. I enjoy the use of them. But if
You're
I'm
talking
not
about
happy,
cars now, right?
guitars, I have a fancy watch. I mean, I'm doing okay from a numbers on paper point of view, but those numbers on a piece of paper do not bring happiness.
And when you're experiencing an upset, those numbers do not bring you out of your upset.
And you might accidentally gesture in a way that has you whack the watch on something because you forgot you're even wearing it.
Right, maybe even against one of the guitars. That would be like a double whammy. That would be bad.
I love it. Oh, so much fun being with you today.
Yes.
So,
Thank you.
We're so connected. I know many of you who are listening may know that Eric is a friend of ours. He's one of the people in our lives who, although we had a big gap in time when we weren't
Well, in search of
with each other, but we've known Eric since like 1984, 83, 82, a long time ago. And it's so much fun to be connected to you, Eric. And Shari's like, how's Eric? We haven't spoken to him for a few days. And then we were so happy to see we were going to get together to be
For
here
this
with you. And
podcast.
well, thank you for being here for our guests. And it was fun just hanging out.
And give
I
our love.
agree. I absolutely will.
That's great. Should we take our next guest?
Let's
do it. Micah, tell people where you are zooming in from.
Hi, I'm Maike and I'm zooming in from Düsseldorf in Germany.
Nice to have you with us. Thanks for coming.
Oh, thanks for having me. It's really a pleasure that I can spend the evening with you today. Evening my time.
Yes.
That's
yes.
right. Well, we're a little bit still on German time
Because
we were
we're
there recently.
recording this after being there. But we
Yeah.
get an extra hour of sleep tonight because
right.
this is when we're recording it. So it's all
Right.
good.
Very good.
I love that you're on this episode, Micah, because I remember an earlier version of you a number of years ago where you would come to seminars and you had an idea that kept repeating.
An agenda.
I will be happy when my boyfriend asked me to marry him and we get married. And he didn't cooperate
For quite a while.
in a timely way, according to the time frame of Micah. And then you had that everything is, I'll be happy when. So it's been a while now since you got married. And I just would love you to address it because I imagine there are times when you're happy and times when you're not experiencing that. What do you have to say?
Yeah. It's funny that you bring that up again. And this is really true because I thought it would change my life totally and make me much happier when I'm married. And on one hand, I think it's true because I have a lovely husband and I feel very connected and I have someone I always can count on, and I feel the relationship in good and bad times in our life. So it's very touching for me when I say that.
I love that.
But when I'm upset, nothing is good enough. Not being married, not my apartment, not whatever it is in my life, then it doesn't make me happy at that moment because I'm then so focused on other things. So, or on the thing where I think they don't make me happy. Today,
go ahead. No, you.
Today, so I'm a little bit sick this week, and today I watched Sesame Street, and it was really funny because I love these children things when I'm sick, and getting a little bit entertained. And today, I don't know how you call it in American English, the monster who's eating cookies.
The Cookie Monster.
The Cookie Monster explained what kind of different feelings children could have. And he pointed out 6 feelings, and I could see, so from happy to frustrated to angry to whatever, and I could see that for me, only happy is valued positive. So I found it really interesting because
you put a lot of pressure on yourself then to be happy. And see, happy happens to you. And it's out of your control. You cannot wish or will yourself to be happy. If you're upset about something, you can say, I ought to be happy, but that doesn't change your upset.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So you put a lot of pressure on yourself to be happy. I don't try to be happy personally.
Mhm. Mhm.
I just do what I'm doing. And
Mhm.
well-being exists when you're not at odds with yourself about what you're doing in the current moment of your life. When
Yeah.
you're doing what you're doing like it's your idea, that's happiness producing. When you're doing it because somebody's making you do it, or you feel like you're being forced to, you'll withhold your own happiness to be right, that they're wrong
Yeah.
asking you to be happy doing this.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
The other thing, here you are a little bit sick this week. So you
Mhm.
allow yourself to watch a children's show that you don't allow yourself to watch when you're not sick. And an interesting thing, because most of us have the idea I'll be happy when I recover my health, rather
Mm.
than being really well and your body happens to be sick at the same time.
Yeah.
It wasn't so long ago that I slightly injured my arm on a trip. And I'm left-handed. It's my right forearm. And so I've been hoping it recovers because I want to go fishing again. And it's been this incredible learning experience, because I've had the misconception that as a left-hander, I do everything with my left hand. And I've discovered that whenever I go to carry something heavy, it is almost always with my right hand, my right arm. And it's
Wow.
been fun to do equal distribution as opposed to automatically relying on this strong arm, the strong arm of Ariel. I've been moving with awareness. It's been really a treat.
Well, moving with awareness is a treat because you don't bounce off the walls.
Yes. But I injured it in the first
You
place.
probably wouldn't have injured it in the first
That's
place.
right.
Yeah.
I like what you had to say about being married and how much you really are enjoying that experience. I can't imagine,
But you see, here's the thing, Mike. In my experience, you've had a transformational shift in the quality of your life,
Yeah.
where you
Yeah.
realized that transformation was an option and the having of it was up to you.
Yeah. That's true.
And that's so much everything when you become the responsible party in your own life. Happiness is a natural outcome,
outcome.
not outcome.
I really enjoyed you even more than ever in our last trip to Hamburg. I can't remember when it was we came up and said, what can I do? Is there anything I can do to help? And there were people who were setting up the room, and we were setting up the room. We're like, well, you can help put together these directors' chairs up front. And you took it on like this was your greatest joy, and you and somebody else were putting them together, and we came by from time to time. And it's not like we needed your help, but you being of service, not only to us, but everybody who was coming in the room, to have it set up beautifully. There was something so generous about it. And watching you blossom in the doing of it was such a treat. You didn't come going, oh man, I'm broken. I really hope I can get fixed this time.
No, that's true. That's true.
It was such a treat, really.
Yeah, it was a wonderful weekend, and I don't know why, but I felt very connected to everyone and also to myself.
That's what happens when you get into the current moment of your life. You see, you're suddenly connected to your life.
You start worrying about how you're doing becomes irrelevant. You're just connected to what is.
And the outcome is the moment.
Yeah. And this moment and this moment. I
Thank-
am very
thank you.
happy you came to be with us today.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah. it was
Thank
really
you.
great.
Thanks a lot for having me. And thanks for being part of my life. It's really wonderful to,
Mm.
yeah, to be.
We can say the same thing to
Zelba
you.
Selva. Yes. It's
Thank
lovely.
you. Thanks.
You're welcome. You know, I know we normally say thank you to people toward the end of the year. It's like, hey, it's the end of the year. Thank you for, but in the background is Judy, who's our producer today. They're all the people like Judy and Lenore and Dagmar
And Dave.
and Zoe and Michelle and all these people who help write, organize, produce this show. Jen's in there, Tracy, Christina. There's a whole load of people. Christian, if I forgot your name right now, please don't hurt yourself that it didn't come to the foreground. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We were recently reached out to by the Voice America Network that gave us our first start back when these weren't called podcasts, but it was the internet radio show. And they were offering us to come back to their network. And whilst I really enjoy the fellow who made the offer, I realize how incredible it is to work, play, and associate with you all. So thank you. If you're listening to the show and you're enjoying it, share it with your friends. Share it on LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram or wherever it is that you share your information. So thanks for being with us today. Next week's episode, let's see, I gotta scroll up. Oh, the choice
Is always yours.
will be back next week.
So come on back,
And don't miss
being here.